Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Jaelen, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how you can grow healthy hair, and I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how to do so. And each tip, if you implement just one, it will help your hair tremendously. So if you're interested in getting to know what I have to say before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified whenever I post more videos like this. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. Alright, so I put some notes in my phone so that I remember what I'm going to say. So if I'm looking down, that's why. But tip number 1 is to stop straightening your hair super often. So we all love a nice blown out look, but we shouldn't be trying to attain that super often, because as we all know, that leads to breakage, heat damage, and all those terrible things. So what I would recommend to you is, if you're transitioning or if you have some heat damage, you know, wash and goes may not work. So I would recommend trying a twist out or a braid out, because that will make your hair have a more uniform curl pattern and you don't have to straighten your hair as much for it to look presentable. So tip number 2 is to stop wearing protective hairstyles. Yes, protective. The protective hairstyles are box braids, knotless braids, passion twist, Marley twist, any hairstyle that has to do with adding extra synthetic hair. That's not a protective style. We call it protective styles, but does it really protect your hair? No, because all that extra hair that you're adding, them 5 packs of Kanekalon hair, really weigh your hair down. And if your braids or twists are really tight, then that's why our edges be disappearing, sis. That's why we have extra breakage when we finally end up taking out those braids or twists and washing our hair. Now, I wanted to correct myself and say that those protective styles aren't always harmful. A lot of people have found them helpful in growing their hair. You just have to make sure that there's not a lot of tension on your hair and scalp. And instead of seeing extra breakage, you'll see a little bit of extra shedding depending on how long you've had in the protective style. So the healthy protective styles are mini braids, mini twists, bantu knots, any style that would call for low manipulation. You don't have to touch your hair as much throughout the week or month that you want to leave them in. And also, there's no extra hair added, so you don't have any extra tension or weight on your hair and it doesn't end up breaking off. So tip number 3 is to trim your hair more often. So sis, if you don't remember the last time that you trimmed your hair, and you know it was over 5 months ago, you ain't trimming your hair like you're supposed to. So what I would recommend is that you make an appointment with a professional hairstylist. I would not recommend that you trim your hair yourself, but if you want to, do your research for sure. But I would say get your hair trimmed whenever you feel it needs to be trimmed, and whether you feel your ends are gritty, scraggly, and just really looking unhealthy. You don't want to over trim, but you don't want to under trim. So just make sure you monitor your hair closely to see the health and the integrity of your strands, and go from there. So tip number 4 is to deep condition your hair. I would recommend you deep condition your hair once every 1 to 2 weeks, as much as you can manage it, because you know, us naturals, we have our lazy days sometimes. It's okay, it's human, but we still want to maintain it. So deep condition your hair every month. As long as you're keeping it moisturized, that's what you need. And deep conditioning really helps. And you also will feel your hair be more drier. Maybe it gets more brittle. So just make sure you deep condition your hair. I would say once every 1 to 2 weeks. But honestly, we get around to, you know, forgetting or not getting to it. But as long as you deep condition your hair at least once a month, you're good. Okay, you're good. So my 5th and final tip for you all is to try rice water. So I actually had some rice water and I used it for around 3 to 4 weeks straight, and I saw a visible difference immediately. Like, my hair was stronger, and the shedding that I seen on wash days tremendously decreased, like by half. I'm not even joking. And it was like on the first try even. So I actually have some right here, and this is it. This is what I keep my rice water in. I just let it sit in a mason jar and ferment and everything. If you want to know about how to make rice water and maintain it and everything, make sure you do your individual research, because I don't have all the facts. I'm not, you know, a scientist or anything. So I want you to do your research, but I definitely will recommend that you try it because it helps your hair to have strength. And when you're deep conditioning super often, your hair can get a little bit too elastic and it could break even more. So you want to still instill some protein and strength back into your hair. So that's why I recommend rice water. I'm actually getting back into using it because after I used it for around 3 to 4 weeks, I stopped because I got lazy. I'm a lazy natural. What can I say? But I'm getting back to it. So I have it right here, and this is actually a fresh batch. As you can see, it's completely full, so I haven't used any of it yet, but I'm definitely planning on using it soon, probably after I take out my Bantu knots. If you want to see a video on how I did these, then make sure you check out the iCards. It'll definitely be up there. But yeah, rice water is your friend, girl. Just make sure you do your research so that you know what you're putting in your hair beforehand, because you know different products work for different people. So it might be something you're interested in trying, it might not be. Just make sure you do your research. Alright y'all, so you have reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope these tips help you on your healthy hair journey. If you want to see more of me, from me, and all that jazz, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down below if you have any natural hair tips of your own, and turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified whenever I make new videos like this. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye y'all.